I made a video a little while back about the accounting and record keeping involved in taking an old personal collection that you own that you maybe built up over a long period of time and putting it into your business for the purpose of then selling it as part of your business. And I got a really interesting question in the comments to that, which was, what if I want to do the opposite? What if I'm already running a business, dealing cards, messing with sealed product, investing, selling, all these things? And I want to take something out of the business and put it into my personal collection owned by me so that it is no longer subject to anything that happens to the business. And there are two answers to this. The first answer is, I guess, pretty straightforward. It's, well, you simply sell the item to yourself. You have your PSA 10 graded Charizard and you want it in your personal collection. You no longer want it to be part of the business. And so simply sell it to yourself. Decide what a fair value is. And, this is the kind of thing where you need to err on the side of honesty, because if you start selling all of your company's assets to yourself at pennies on the dollar, and at some point the IRS comes in and audits you, you probably have some splaining to do. So be reasonable with your pricing, sell it to yourself, remit sales tax to the state on the sale, account everything like you normally would if you were just selling to a random person at a card show, keep all the same records, and then, store it in a separate box from the rest of your business's assets. Because come on, we've all got boxes of cards piling up in our bedroom, and you just want to make sure that they are in a separate place so they don't get commingled, so you don't get confused about what's what. The second answer to this question is maybe a little more nuanced. It's, why worry about it? You own the business. You are probably the sole owner of the business, with the exception if you're married and you're in a community property state, then technically your wife owns half the business with you, or she has a ownership stake in the entire business along with you. Otherwise, you probably don't have a business partner in this. And if a card is owned by the business, it is owned by you. Now, it's not technically yours personally, it's the business's, and the business is yours. But, you can still just take the card out of a box anytime you want. You can look at it. If it's not slabbed, you can play with it. If it's a sealed product, you can open it. You can still do whatever you like with it for business purposes. And there's nothing to stop you. So maybe one day down the line, you could decide that you want to shut the business down, and there are ways to transfer assets out of a business and account and bookkeep for that and do those things. But, maybe you just worry about that decades down the line when you get there. Or maybe you plan to just kind of operate this as a hobby business for the rest of your life and die with the business still running. So, that's kind of my philosophy on it. I have not considered taking anything out of the business and transferring it to me personally. And I don't really know if I ever would, but maybe that's not the way for you. Maybe it is. And if it is, just do it like a normal sale to anyone else. Account and bookkeep and remit taxes and put it on your tax forms and account it as profits that you made over your original basis cost. Do all those things honestly, and you'll be fine, just like everything else. Let me know what you think. More questions about accounting, taxes, running the business, things like that. Interesting comments, whatever you have. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join me on Final Trade. Thanks a lot.